At the end of June 2019, I left home to study abroad for 6 months. This is how it all started. I've officially left home, which is crazy, and I won't be home for another 6 months. First stop, South Korea. My first destination was Seoul, the capital of South Korea and the largest city with a population 14 times greater than Boston. A city known for its history as well as its pop culture, where temples and palaces hide between modern skyscrapers, where I would find new adventures and challenges every single day, and where I would get to call home for the next month, even if I couldn't work the washing machine. Wednesday, July 3rd was my first full day in Seoul. My class started with a Korean workshop to understand some of the history and culture of the country we would get to explore for the next month. We tried on traditional clothes, learned how to bow, and even got to try some snacks. After our morning session, we went to our official program welcome lunch at a traditional Korean restaurant. We were able to try a lot of new foods, as well as this tea that seriously tasted like. The next morning, we had our first official class, and then we went to the Korean Museum of Contemporary History to learn more about how South Korea has grown over the past century. It was really informative, and I loved the interactive pieces. Stop! After exploring the museum, our class met up on the roof, and we were treated to this awesome view. Our next mission of the day was to find SIM cards. We made our way to the neighborhood of Insadong, which is known for its main street filled with tea houses and traditional goods. We finally found some SIM cards, and we had the chance to have some very intellectual conversations.
Did you watch Vines before?
Not when it was actually popular.
I didn't watch
On our way back, our professor recommended places to check out.
This place is amazing. It's Ssamziegil. It's like all artisans, like small little boutiques, like really cool places.
Inside, there were a ton of small shops to browse, and there was even a slime shop.
Do we have to pay with the slime?
And on the roof, there was a poop-themed cafe, which we definitely were not expecting.
Oh, it's in a toilet bowl.
What? Like a septic tank? Oh, Leonard went in. Leonard is about that life.
Finally, we made our way back to the hotel to rest before going out for the night. But not before I picked up a snack. What'd you get?
I just got the Koong.
Okay. A few hours later, some of us went out to explore Namdaemun Market. I had read online that it was one of the largest traditional markets in Korea and that it was open almost 24/7. We got there, and I guess we chose a bad hour out of the 24 because most of the shops were closed up. Luckily, there were still a ton of food stands open, and we got to try some new things. All the Supreme stuff.
Should we get some food?
Yeah, sure. There's so many to choose from.
Really good.
Traditional, really good.
Try it, Ethan.
Right?
Yeah.
It's sweet.
Do you like it or no? Since Namdaemun wasn't busy, we decided to try checking out the underground shops that were also supposed to be open. As our luck would have it, they were not. Like, not even a little bit. We wandered around for a bit before making the decision to head to Myeongdong for the night. When we got there, it was already insanely crowded. So we shopped around and ate some more street food. There's 50 cats in there? That's a lot of cats.
I've been to a cat cafe and it was kind of disappointing because
And the cats didn't like me the one I went to.
like me. They just like ran around.
I was like, alright, I paid for you to like hurt my feelings. So.
I'm not gonna. Nah, I didn't come all the way to Korea to have East ice cream.
That was $2. Oh my god.
While exploring the snacks in a 7-Eleven, we found a broken escalator in the middle of the shop and decided to go up it. At the top, there was an entire arcade that we had to ourselves.
They have a K-pop musician booth.
So sick. Is that the so sick of love song?
Oh, yeah.
That one? Oh shit.
Did they quiz in already?
Oh, what does that mean? It has two.
He's not gonna know the lyrics.
Yes!
What's up, Korea?
Alright, 3 more songs anymore?
Good work, everybody.
We ended up spending around 45 minutes in the arcade, and when we noticed the time, we set off back towards the hotel.
I've never seen such beautiful jerky. I know.
It's like really sweet, I think.
Rest in peace. Goodbye.
On the way back, we walked past this temple. It was such a contrast from the busy streets of Myeongdong, so we wandered around for a little bit before heading back for the night. Our next group activity was a Korean cooking class. We made beef bulgogi and Seoul-style cabbage kimchi.
There are more than one type of kimchi. Local food is quite well developed. I was born near Busan, so my family, our kimchi is different from Seoul style. You guys are living temporarily in Seoul, so we're making Seoul style kimchi.
Chef Leonard took the salt from me. He's trying to sabotage my dish. My mom can't. No. Yeah, I'm scared too. You having fun?
By the time the food was finished, we were all starving, so we ate in mostly silence. But it was actually some of the best bulgogi we ended up having all month, so if you're interested, I will include the recipes below.
Efficiency. That's how.
That was pretty good, actually.
In the afternoon, we watched our first movie for our Korean cinema class. The movie, called The Host, directed by Bong Joon-ho, was about a monster living in the Han River. So naturally, that is where our professors brought us for the night.
Oh my god.
Yes, I know.
That's so crazy.
There's definitely enough room to just put like full size.
you guys going to get? This is peach. Want to try it? It's good. I feel like it'd be nicer later at night. It's like really bright.
The next day was more class in the morning, and then we were set free for lunch. My roommate and I went to this well-known dumpling place in Insadong.
That's really thick. She's thick.
We finished up lunch with ice cream since it was hot out, and then we met up with the class to head to the Korean Film Archive.
Week one. Give me a good stretch.
The archive was really interesting and relevant to our Korean cinema class, so it was fun to see the impact of some of the movies we were watching. After exploring the museum, we were set free for the rest of the night. The archive was located in the district of Mapogu, and so was the neighborhood of Hongdae, which was a cool university area that I wanted to check out. But it turned out that the district was huge, and it took us like half an hour on the bus just to get to Hongdae. When we got there were a ton of cool shops to check out and live performances. But we didn't end up exploring for long because there was a special location that I was on a mission to find. And that location was
so
Meerkat
excited.
Friends.
That is so many things other than meerkats.
Welcome to the next evolution of cat cafes, a Meerkat Cafe. After we arrived, paid our entrance fee, and put on the required slippers, it was time to play. There were a ton of different animals there, so we started out by exploring the open space.
It's a baldy.
In order to play with the meerkats, you had to wait in line because they were held in special enclosed spaces. We didn't mind though, because we could still watch them through the glass while we waited, and they were adorable. Turns out, siblings of all species are annoying. There was a limit to the number of people allowed in at once, so our group was split in two and our friends went in first. Inside, you had to cover your lap with a blanket. Partly because the meerkats were low-key thieves and liked to dig into your pockets. Leonard had a theory that the meerkats liked a specific blanket the most, and he was proven right when he made this new friend. Next, it was my turn. As we had been warned, they really did love to dig, and I spent a lot of time trying to keep my camera away from their greedy little hands. They were still adorable little kleptomaniacs, though. After our meerkat session, we played with the other animals a bit more, and I fell in love with this chunky raccoon. Finally, with my meerkat dreams come true, we left to see what the rest of Hongdae had to offer. The guys all ended up buying the same shirt in different colors, and if that's not squad goals, then I don't know what is.
Can you get the other one?
After eating, we made our way back to the hotel. It was officially the end of our first week in Korea. It's crazy looking back to see how busy we were, because I don't think it really felt like it at the time since we were having so much fun. And little did we know what Korea still had in store for us. So, thank you so much for watching this far, and if you want to see the rest of our adventures, then check out my next video. See you later! Bye!